Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have two games in the Slovenian First Division, one against Illuminage and then away to Maribor. Since you last left us, things have gone quite well, actually. We've really turned around the form, and part of that is the January signings we've done. I'm just going to tell you now, we've cooked. We have cooked with the January signings. So, where did I last leave you? Was it Kelginaresia? Or no, it was Illuminage and Maribor. So we're actually playing the same team we played last time, I think. Was that the last game? I feel like it might have been. I can't remember. Either way, yeah, something like that. We since then we drew. Was it that? I can't remember if it might have been Kelgin or Illuminage. It was definitely after this. Can't remember. It was somewhere around here. We've played some games. As you can see, we've only lost the one, and it was against league leaders, so not bad at all. We beat Bravo 3-1. We then beat Mura 3-1, Domjala 7-2, Kelj 4-3, Illuminage 6-1, and Copa 5-1. We are scoring plenty goals, and the reason for that, we have signed a genuine couple of stars. So let's go through the January transfers. So the first players to leave, Emery Moore, of course, left on January 1st. He went to Larnacus for 450k, potentially rising to 550k. One of our youngsters from the academy left, Rock Pehor, went out on loan to Kirka, which are a Slovenian second division side. And then Kevin Zizek has left the club on a free transfer. He's went to a team in Poland, apparently. I'm surprised he's been able to make that step up. As you can see, he started and he's been rotten. So fully expect him to go. It does leave it a little bit light with Slovenian players, but that's just the way it goes. But in terms of players we've brought in, so the first one, as you can see, on the 6th of Jan, unbelievable signing, Jean-Philippe Mateta, 29-year-old Congolese striker, is also an EU national because he's trained in France. He is very, very good. He's had a very good start. Obviously, this is a massive one. Former Lyon, went to Mainz for 8.75 million. Went to Palace for £9 million. We've got a Premier League striker. Now, obviously, he wasn't really playing, so he's joined us on a free transfer. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists in his first 5 games. Lovely, lovely stuff. Next one is Marcel Antolic. He was a young player that was Slovenian, that was available for quite cheap. We paid 24 grand for him. He's just sitting in our youth team at the minute. Next one is Javi Munoz. We covered him last time on a free from Atletico Madrid's under-19 weird team. Again, just sitting in the youth team. Rafael Parada, same deal. He's played a couple of games. He's been okay, but we're paying him, obviously, a fair bit of wage to play for our youth team, but they've got big potential, so even if they don't end up being any good, we can probably hopefully move them on for a little bit of money. Thomas Pohl joins us on a season, on a loan for the rest of the season. We've finally got a competent left back. He's only okay, but he works really hard. He's quick and he's actually left-footed, and he's got some decent traits to actually get forward with. He is a good first league player. He's on a season-long loan from Valwijk, is that how you say it, in Netherlands. He was playing for them pretty regularly in the second division, has fell out of favour this year, so we've been able to loan him in. He's had a very good start, 1 goal and 3 assists in 6 games. Next one is Anton Radatic. He is a 19-year-old Croatian right winger. He's on a grand a week on a long-term deal till 2031. He joined us for 50k from a team in Croatia where they were playing in the second league, must have got relegated into non-league, and then he's been cooking in non-league, and now he's joined us as our second choice right mid. And the last one, and I can't believe how good this lad is, Max Benicek. He looks very, very average technically and mentally, but physically he's almost a Premier League player. He's very, very good. Promising, 4 stars of current ability, 5-star potential, star first league, could improve slightly. He joins us on a free transfer. He was doing well in the second division of Croatia. He is lit up the Slovenian first league. 3 goals and 3 assists in his first 4 games. He's unreal. He's on a deal again till 2031, but he's got a minimum release clause. We are absolutely renewing this, paying him a buttload to stay and get rid of that clause because he's unbelievable. And because he's 18, in a couple of years he'll be whole grown at club and nation. Same with a couple of the other lads. So a few of them, obviously we are a little bit low on Slovenia players at the minute, so we are having to leave quite a few places on the bench, but it's going really well. Danuzzo has agreed a deal to leave. He's going to leave at the end of the season to an Italian Serie C side, I think, so he's on his way out. Other than that, that is everything. That is all the deals. As you can see, got a bit of money left. Financially, we're doing okay. We've got about 400k left, and in the league we've actually gone up to 3rd very comfortably. So I think we are just based on the fact that we've dropped so many points. Even though I think things are going better, we are too far away to be in a league challenge. But we are potentially fighting for second, and that's really where we need to be. We're still in the cup. We're still in the Slovenian Cup. I think we are in the quarterfinal stage, so we'll obviously hopefully progress into that. So this will be Illuminage, who are currently sitting 7th in the league. And this is the team we've been playing. So Kosija in goal still. Agu, Cianci, Maretti comes in for Ortola, who's suspended, but usually it has been Ortola. Pole at left back, Faye and Goranak in midfield. A bit of bad news, though, amongst all of this. Goranak has decided to leave at the end of his contract, but that is until the end of next season, so we've got him for the rest of this season and all of next season. He is the kind of player that I don't think will be able to replace him, and he's Slovenian. There's no way there's a better Slovenian deep line playmaker in the world. So he's staying, even if he leaves on a free. We signed him on a free. It's no financial loss for him to go on a free. So we're going to keep him. We're going to keep him for his full contract, even though it means probably losing him on a free contract. You never know, he might change his mind, but I don't know if players can change their mind once they've decided. We've shifted Pajaro onto the right because Benisek is just too good to drop. So he's starting on the left. He can only play on the left. Pajaro can play left and right. And since moving him over to the right, he's actually been just as good. So no reason to worry there. That does mean that Diarra is on the bench. Obviously, Raditic is on the bench as well. Mahmoud has been on fire. This lad is just scoring for fun. Currently 17 and 19, nearly a goal a game. And then Sandy Kankar is our under 21, but we've been replacing him with Mateta within the first minute, or first 20 minutes, first 45. And he's been really good. Verbic has kind of fell out of favour, but he's alone, so I don't really care. Raditic has been decent. Diarra, of course, a little bit unfortunate for him because he's been very good this year, but I just think Pajaro and Banasek are better. And Egan Riley and Murillo on the bench. We are, of course, without Ortolo. Can we play? Actually, we might as well put Danuto on the bench. Yeah. So that's the team. Let's submit the team and get into our first game of the episode. Like I say, things have turned around just magically. We're still conceding goals. That's not the issue. That issue hasn't really been fixed. But we've just been scoring so many. It hasn't mattered. Obviously, we can't keep that up forever, but hopefully we can keep it up today. Anyway, like I say, we are in a race for second, so I do think we need to obviously do that. That's what we got last year, so we have very much just stayed the same. But I think in the summer, if we keep the core of this attack, if we keep this attack, I think the midfield's fine. Sandy Kankar almost gets himself an early goal. If we keep this attack, we keep this midfield, I think if we can improve the back line and the goalkeeper, we could be in a title challenge next year. I really do think so. Obviously, the Europe, where we're going to be in Europe, is very much still up for debate. We are, of course, trying to finish at least third to guarantee ourselves something in Europe. But obviously, the winner of the Cup will get Europa League unless the winner of the Cup is Olympia. And I do think they are still in it, so they've got a good chance of winning it still at this stage. So it could go to second in the league, or it could go to the winner of the Cup. Obviously, we are going to do our best to try and win the Cup, because that is going to be our pretty much our only chance of getting Europa League. I really can't see us doing so well to get into second, but you never know. Not looking like it's going to happen in this game, though, because we are not doing very well. Not seeing much of Banasek either, and he's, like I say, he's been unbelievable. But it is still early doors. Pajaro plays it there into Cianci. He swatches it over to Moretti, who, like I say, hasn't really been playing all that much, so his fitness isn't great. Faye knocks it into Pajaro, who does really well, and I don't know how it's ended up at Ivan Mahmoud's feet. Pajaro did really well on the turn. It was a whole host of players, but thankfully Mamu has finished that off very, very nicely. It's Tabor Sezana 1, Illuminage 0, and we are cooking once again. And like I said, we've just been scoring so much. Mamu is unreal. He's just scored every game. He's just been on since we've replaced him, with better players around him, he's just been on fire. We are 1-0 up, so we'll leave Sandy Kankar on. There's no reason to drop him, if obviously we do have some hopes that he'll end up being a half-decent first-choice player. So if we can give him game time when we're winning, then that's great. We don't need to, force Mateta to come on. And obviously Mateta's 29, so we're probably not going to be looking to sell him on anyway. He's very much this is him playing his best years for us, which is mad. Maybe not his best years, but, where he'll probably get the most goals in his career, because this is definitely a step down for him. But thankfully, we've managed to do it. Illuminage do go wide there. I do wonder in Slovenia, is the J pronounced like a Y? Is it Illumini? Don't know. But nevertheless, Thomas Paul plays it to Moretti, plays it forward to Banasek, who tries to get Kanka going forward, but unfortunately can't do so. Faye will pick up a loose pass, and it is Kanka one-on-one, and he's put it over the bar. He really should have scored. For some reason, it's a corner. It must have been a save from the goalkeeper, but I can't believe he's missed it. It seems like a really easy chance. Mamu gets on the end of the corner, but unfortunately it does go over. And that just shows you the difference between Kanka and someone like Mateta. Mateta finishes that every day of the week. But Banashek has been unreal. You haven't really seen it yet, but he is really good. Trust he is unreal. I looked at the season preview. He's now the best player in the league. What's weird is I need to get better scouts, because when I scouted him, he showed as a 3-star player. Does really well there to get forward, but unfortunately does put it wide. He only scouted as a 3-star player, and I wasn't actually sure if I wanted to sign him. Then as soon as I signed him, he was 3.5 stars, and now after a couple of games, he's 4 stars. So, yeah, not really sure there. Illuminage do get themselves back level just before the half, which is a shame. I don't think it was offside. I think it will be given as onside. It was onside. They do level it up, and that it just pretty much shows where we're at. We are very much still conceding goals. I'm going to tell the boys I'm not happy. We're going to bring Mateta on for his first game in front of you lot. Jean-Philippe Mateta, the former Lyon and Crystal Palace man, coming on for Tabor Sezana. He's just not played. He's not been in a club, so it's not surprising, but he's been really good. Benisek, lovely turn there. Plays it into Mateta, can't find anyone. Back to Goranak, who has a good effort from distance that does unfortunately go wide. Remains 1-1. I do think we're going to win this game, though. I just realised I haven't got the league table on. Let's get the league table back on. That's where we want to be. Illuminage are down in 7th, so you would think we would be able to beat them, but you never know. We are 4 points behind Kelge as it stands with a draw, so a win would really help us out in getting that chase for second. It's not necessarily, we're not necessarily so far away from a title win for challenging for the title, but I just think we've dropped probably too many points at this point. Not seeing too much from the rest of the boys. We haven't really been at our best, so we'll bring Diarra on. And we'll leave the rest as is. I don't think there's a reason to change any of the other attackers. We'll bring Diarra on. Hopefully he can do something a little bit different. Pajaro did well for the goal, to be fair. But we just need to see a little bit more. Perhaps probably should have brought Mateta on a little bit earlier, even though we were winning. But that's ifs and buts, isn't it? It does remain 1-1. I was hesitant to make a change, but I think I'm going to leave it. We'll just leave the players on that are on. Hopefully we can get another highlight before the game ends. Doesn't look like we're going to, though. And that's disappointing. That feels like points dropped. Oh, nevertheless, we do have a highlight. Corner from Diarra. Could this be something? Hurry up, man. Just put it in. Can Mamu get his big head on it? It's whipped in. Falls to Faye. Falls to Paul, who plays it to Banasek. Banasek, what a hit. So I told you he was good. What a man. He is my favourite player in this save so far, and I've had him for like 6 games. He's unreal. I love him. Thomas Paul, his also first game in front of you lot, getting an assist. We do win 2-1. Thankfully, we didn't take him off. I was thinking about it, but we didn't take him off. And he has won us the game, and now we are just 2 points behind Kelge, and only 9 points behind Olympia. I still think that's probably too far away, given how good they've been. But we've actually got the best goal difference in the league. So all those big wins have definitely helped us there. But goal difference really doesn't matter in this league because it's on head-to-head. So we do remain in 3rd, 3 points away from 4th. There's no way we're not finishing top 4. But we've got a very good chance now of getting into 2nd. So we need to do what we've just done there against Maribor, and hopefully get into 2nd. So for our 2nd game of the episode, we are away to Maribor. This is the team that we're going with. Same 11 as the last game, except Ortola comes back in for Moretti. This is, again, another chance for us to potentially get into 2nd now. We are just 2 points behind them. We have closed the gap with this great run of form. The signings have made a massive difference. We've done really well. And hopefully we can do the same. We'll, of course, try to get Mateta on after about 20 minutes. Like I said, I don't want to just take the youngster off straight away within a minute. The only game I'm going to do that in is like against Olympia or something, we don't want to, we need to try and abide by the rules as much as we can. Banasek plays it up to that youngster, Sandy Kanka. He plays it back to Goranak. Goranak whips in, back post, and John David Pajaro gets there. If you're wondering why I'm not as shouty as normal, it's other people are sleeping in the house, so I'm trying to keep my voice a little bit further down. Hopefully it's not too quiet. I can see I'm still popping about yellow on the little OBS thing, so it should be fine. But Jean-David Pajaro gets his first goal of today, and we do actually go up to second. Other results must be going our way. Brilliant stuff. They must still be drawing their game, but good opening 20 minutes from us. We will, of course, bring Mateta on now. Like I say, we are very much in a race for second, so we can't be taking it lightly. Good 20 minutes from Kanka was involved in the goal, but we will bring Mateta on because Maribor are a decent side. And one thing I forgot to say, we actually had our first couple job offers. Vogrincic, though, former Tabor man, goes through and puts in Mbina. Obviously, Vogrincic on loan to us last year. We have improved him, and now he's come back to bite the hand that fed him. Unfortunately, getting the assist. But one thing I forgot to say, yeah, we actually got two job offers, both from the same league, though, from the league that we're in. But Pajaro, we'll hold that thought as Pajaro steps over a free kick, but it goes over. One was actually from Bravo, who were bottom of the league. It didn't seem like a step up at all. It was like an extra $2,000 a week of wages. So it really wasn't much of a step up. But one that I really did think about whether we should come back and talk about in the episode was Maribor. They came in with a job offer and their wage budget is like 55k. That is a very, very big increase on what we've got. The reason why I've declined it is that I don't think it's that much of a step up. As much as it is a step up in terms of, oh, what? Stipe Siansi gets his first goal of the club, and it's an absolute screamer from outside the box. He's absolutely leathered it. Bottom corner, very well done there from Siansi, who puts us back in the lead to 2-1. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was, as much as it was a step up in terms of wages, they've really struggled, and I don't think their squad's that good. The fact that they're playing Vogrincic up top, he wasn't our best striker, so it seemed like too much of a rebuild, and it seemed almost like a sideways step. It was more money now, but does that matter? I wasn't sure about it. They obviously have better facilities, more money, but they're not in Europe. They weren't going to be in Europe this year or next year unless we won the cup with them. So yeah, I don't know. I did think about it, but I thought if I want to move, I'd probably want to move countries and go up a level because obviously we are trying to improve that way. But yeah, so I've rejected it, but it is a good sign because this is the first job offers we've got. So obviously we're doing something right. But we're happy to stay at Tabor. I do feel like with the other thing is as well, it had this offer came in when we were playing really badly. I may have been tempted to take it, and Maribor get his level. I may have been tempted to take it had it came in when we weren't doing very well. But we are doing much better now, and I think we've got really exciting players that can potentially challenge for the league next year. So as long as we improve the back line. So I do think it's better to just stay. I feel like we're closer to a league-winning side. Oh, Mahmoud gets us back in front. Come on. I love Mahmoud. He's so good. He's so good. He's lethal. Lethal, Mahmoud. Yeah, I do think we're closer to a title-winning side here than we were even if we'd moved to Maribor and had like a window. Their reputation isn't that much bigger than ours. It's only half a star as well, so the quality of player we'd be able to bring in isn't that much bigger. It would be like obviously improved a little bit, but not so much that you would think it's definitely worth it. Banachek not having his best game, so we will replace him. He is a little bit tired as well, and we will bring Diarra on. Radetic has a bit of a knock he had in between games, so we won't use him. But we will bring Diarra on. A couple of the other players are looking a little bit tired, but we are doing well. I don't really want to change it. Pajaro now on the left-hand side, back to his favourite side. Swings it in to Diarra off the bench, and Diarra has a shot, but unfortunately he's hit it way too hard. Goes over the bar. Does remain 3-2, and they will play it forward, but Diarra gets on the... Well, Agu did well, but unfortunately Diarra could not pick it up, and they do counter into the gap, and Lobrick, which is, oh my god, I don't even know what's happening. Diarra picks up the clearance, plays it up. It's a very poor pass. He's not doing well since he's come on, have to say that. And the Vogrincic is through. Vogrincic is through, and thankfully he's missed. Oh, thank god he's missed. That would have been terrible if he'd have scored. We will make a couple of changes though, because we are looking a little bit leggy. We'll bring Murillo on for Gornak. We'll bring Vervic on for Mamut as well and swap those round. And we will bring Egan Riley on at left back just to try and hopefully see out the final 10 minutes. Faye now picks up the ball I should have just played it to Murillo, but he finds it to Pizarro, who gives the ball away. It should have just went to Murillo. What are we doing? Lewandowski, I don't think it's the same Lewandowski somehow, whips it in. We do get it clear, and Murillo can start the counter-attack. Murillo driving forward. Murillo, who has lost his place to Gorenak, driving forward, and that's probably why he's lost his place, because he doesn't go for a simple pass. He doesn't try to unlock something there. He just goes for a wild effort, and it does go over. But we do have a free kick as time is dwindling down for Maribor to get themselves back in. Agu picks up on the corner of the day, but unfortunately his effort goes wide of the post. We are currently sitting second, just 9 points behind Olympia. You never know. They are winning 5-1, so I wouldn't expect them to drop too many points, but you never quite know. We do go second if we can hold on to the win today. Kelj do get a draw in the end, I think. But we do win today, so very good stuff. Another win in the bank. And like I said, we are just flying now. I wish we'd have done this earlier in the season. We could have been in a title challenge, but we are doing well. And we are looking good for it. I still don't think we're going to be in for a title challenge, so we probably won't come back for that. If we win some games and they lose some games and we are in a title challenge, then I'll come back earlier. If not, we will be back for, unfortunately, the same games we just played, Illumination and Maribor, the last 2 games of the season, and then hopefully that'll wrap things up and confirm it. So that'll be the last 2 games of the season, potentially a cup final as well if we do reach it, but obviously we've still got 2 more rounds to go through. So that'll do it for now. Obviously, I don't expect much difference to change. We'll probably finish around 2nd or 3rd. Like I say, if we do somehow manage to get back into a title race, we'll come back earlier. If not, we'll come back for the last 2 games of the season. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, a more ASMR version of the European Journeyman. And I'll see you all for more very soon.